In a world of country music, few voices have struck a chord as deeply as Tyler Childers. His soulful melodies and raw lyrics paint vivid portraits of Appalachian life, the beauty, the struggle, and the spirit of the people. But there's more to Tyler than just his music. Behind the songs lies a man who's using his platform to make a profound difference. This is the story of Tyler Childers, the musician, the man, and the philanthropist, giving back to the region that made him. Tyler Childers grew up in Lawrence County, Kentucky, raised on the values of hard work and community. His father worked in the coal mines and his mother served the local health department. Church, baseball, and family gatherings filled his days, but music would soon become his calling. At just 5 years old, Tyler's papa handed him his first guitar. By 13, he was writing his own songs inspired by the stories of Laura Ingalls Wilder and Kentucky's own Jesse Stewart.
We read a lot of Laura Ingalls Wilder and Jesse Stewart. I was a big fan of Jesse Stewart. My grandma actually took care of, was one of the nurses taking care of Jesse Stewart there in his last days when he was at King's Daughters Medical Center.
Wild.
So,
his music reflected the world around him, the Appalachian struggle and resilience.
And religion, you keep in your heart and your head, you'll still do better than average.
By high school, Tyler was already performing at regional festivals, his voice becoming the soundtrack to small town life. But as his career began to rise, so did his awareness of the challenges his community faced.
a pretty heavy hit, you know, as a people, because our whole entire economy was based around coal. You know, I mean, even if you weren't directly in coal, if you were, you know, some gas station that sold biscuits and gravy on the way to a place, you know, and you were dependent on all these miners going to work to stop in your station and just, you know, get their supplies for the day, get their food, you know, I mean, steel, huge equipment, and all these people were employing just hardworking individuals.
Yeah.
And then once, you know, the thing that held the whole thing together went down, that was that.
Tyler's empathy for those less fortunate was shaped by personal experiences. Born with a club foot, he endured 2 surgeries and spent much of kindergarten in a wheelchair.
Proceeds from the dish go towards Shriners Children's Hospital. It's something that means a lot to me because I was born with club feet, both my feet were, and if it wasn't for Shriners Hospital, then they'd have to wheel me out on stage every night. So,
Seeing children around him with far more serious health challenges left an impression that would never fade.
I've been blessed, me and my band, and we just thought that it'd be good to give back to the communities that, you know, raised me and encouraged, you know, my musical path.
Like many artists, Tyler's rise to fame wasn't without its struggles. Touring became a blur of long nights and coping mechanisms. Drinking and drugs offered a quick escape from the pressures of the road.
I woke up feeling real bad. We've been on the road, and we were going to be on the road until, you know, what happened, COVID. But we were going to be gone from home for like 36 days. And I was terribly hungover. And I remember sitting at the house, and I remember thinking, man, this is the one place in the world that you want to be. And this is the last day you've got to be here, and the only thing you can do is sit here and nurse this fucking hangover, you sorry ass. So it's like I'm done with that. As a recovering alcoholic who was drunk and drugged himself around the world playing music for the better part of 11 years, and now has 6 months of sobriety, I can say with clarity that I have no soapbox to stand on to talk preachy to anyone on anything, be it the Word of God or the condition of the world. But as a person who has been given a platform by providence, luck, support, and working at it, I would feel undeserving of the grace this world has given me, and I would find it a waste, were I not to try and use it to make some good.
In 2020, Tyler and his wife, Sonora May, decided to turn that sense of responsibility into action. They founded the Hickman, Holler, Appalachian Fund, a nonprofit dedicated to supporting the region they call home. Scholarships for students in need, addiction recovery programs, and civil rights advocacy are just a few of the causes the fund supports. When a water crisis hit Martin County, Tyler didn't just send a check, he showed up, helping the community through one of its darkest times, when the water was contaminated with arsenic and mercury.
People are paying extortionable prices for water they seldom see. But what little they get for the money ain't fit to bathe a dog in. And that water unfit for dogs' hide is what they are expected to bathe and nurse their children with. In a state I consider the finest, in a nation we agree to be the best, I find this unacceptable. I thought I would say this, but if you came here today just to hear the singing, brother, you came for the wrong reasons.
Even though this has been going on for a long time, over the last year and a half, it's been getting a lot of attention, the attention it should have been getting way back then, and we decided that, it'd be cool if we could help do something in some sort of way. So we took part of the proceeds from the shirts and the merch and saw what we could do. It's 2018, and got satellites in the sky, and we got people can't get water, clean water. So it's important.
But Tyler's generosity doesn't stop there. In 2022, he and his band, the Food Stamps, donated guitars to Foothills Elementary School, sparking a new generation of musicians. Through Canned Aid, Tyler serves as a tunes ambassador, hosting workshops and donating instruments to kids who dream of playing just like him. It's moments like these, giving a child the gift of music, that show how one person's kindness can change lives.
I just want to say thank you for helping out our kids. We have a strong music sense in our building, and the kids just thrive on that, and they're making great gains, and they're going and doing so much, and this will just really help them to do even more with their passion. We appreciate that. We appreciate it.
Glad that I can do that.
This September, Tyler will headline the Healing Appalachia Music Festival, a cause close to his heart. This festival brings together musicians and advocates to fight the opioid epidemic, a crisis that has ravaged the Appalachian region. Through music, community, and a shared commitment to recovery, Tyler Childers is helping to heal the mountains that raised him. Tyler Childers is more than just a musician. He's a symbol of hope for a region often overlooked. His story reminds us that no matter where we come from, we all have the power to give back. If you feel inspired to join Tyler in his mission, visit Hickman, Holler, AppalachianReliefFund.org to learn how you can make a difference.